We invade and surveil our own neighborhoods, when we scapegoat and demonize immigrants, when we disregard due process, we are no longer living under the rule of democracy. We are living under occupation and authoritarianism. The actions from the federal government over the last month do not represent the values of our city or of our country. Sending United States soldiers to intimidate children at camp and señoras at the bus stop is not making anyone safer. Raiding Home Depots is not stopping crime. Tearing families away from their children isn't upholding family values. And let me be clear, the cruelty and the chaos that we see is the point. But Los Angeles will continue to support our families, will continue to resist, we will continue to have each other's back, and we will continue to demand the immediate withdrawal of federal troops and ICE in our city. And now a call to all electeds and all people all across the country, from local cities, municipalities, jurisdictions, aldermen, governors, everybody. Please understand that what's happening here in the city of Los Angeles, we are the canary in the coal mine. What you see happening in MacArthur Park is coming to you. $140 billion new budget for ICE. What do you think that's going to do? That's going to transport what's happening here in our neighborhoods to your front doorstep. So wake up. It's not happening by accident. So please, please watch what's happening. Please support Los Angeles. Please support California. But also, we need to work together to figure out how we make sure that authoritarianism doesn't take over our country.
Shalom, all praise glory and honor to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushai, Bashim, Rakakadash. Double honors to teachers, elders, and apostles of great millstone, likewise, brothers putting on this truth. Faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep unto you, brothers and sisters. Shalom. I don't really have a title lesson, but I'm going to name this lesson today, Characteristic of Evil, the Conditioning, because you saw in that opening clip, you know, where that Eve, that Northern Kingdom, Eve, she talked about the fact that, you know, while they're catching hell out there in LA, you know, which is one of those sanctuary cities, okay, that big, beautiful bill, okay, that was signed in place is going to give the federal government, you know, a lot of money to expand their operations into these smaller cities, okay, and I live in one of these cities, El Paso, Texas, which is home to about 90%, the 90% of the population is from the Northern Kingdom tribe. So expect to, you know, I expect to see that those operations taking place here heavily. Okay, let's go into the book of Proverbs 29 and 12, and it reads, if a ruler hearkens to lies, all his servants are wicked. Okay, so we know Trump, okay, hearkens to the lies of, you know, the elites who's put him in position that he's in right now as that evil lord, okay, which is Yahweh Shemel Shai, okay. We're going to give credit to Yahweh Shemel Shai, not these elites, because they're controlled by Yahweh Shemel Shai, okay, to do exactly what he's doing, okay. And he has minions, okay, of troops, you know, centuries that are going to do his biddings, because, you know, evil is magnified on this earth, and nobody right now gives a crap about anybody, you know, with the exception of themselves, if they're going to get a paycheck. Okay, let's go into the book of 2nd Ezra, and I'm going to show you several videos today, and very interesting, you know, development, you know, that's taking place right now. As you see here in Great Babylon, America, okay, the world is watching what's taking place here, okay, against the so-called blacks and browns here in Great Babylon, America. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 70, because it's already here, Jacob's trouble. It says, for there should be in every place in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They should be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. Now, unless you experience being thrown down, hog-tied, thrown in the back of a van, thrown inside some type of internment camp, you know, not fed for a couple of days, you know, beaten, you know, prodded, maybe molested, whatever the case is like that, you wouldn't know what our people are experiencing, okay. And yeah, they might be part of the 2/3, but yet still they are part of Yasharala, okay. And this man is specifically target, okay, Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom tribes, okay, or the children of Israel, okay. Nobody else is on television crying about being taken in the middle of the night, or harassed or thrown down on the ground and beaten and thrown into these unmarked vehicles. You don't see the Moabites, you don't see the Elamite or the Ishmaelites, none of them. It's only our people, the poor, okay, that this man constantly has that hatred for. It says, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their house. So when you go, when they're gonna grab you, if you've been over here working and you've built a life for yourself, you got a little roof over your head, you maybe have a car, or you have some type of resources, okay, it's not much, okay, they're gonna take it, okay, they're gonna confiscate it. It's gonna go back to the federal government, which they're gonna reissue, in the form of financial assets, okay, to continue on with their oppression of the children of Israel. Okay, now let's go into this video, and what you're gonna see here, okay, is a great divide, okay, a great divide, okay. Take a look at this video.
MacArthur Park is the latest scene of a massive immigration raid. Heavily armed federal agents on horseback and in military vehicles descend. But as Laura Diaz shows us, things ended differently this time.
This is an overreach of your authority.
By 11:10, there was tanks and all this. They got tanks all through here. They got the white vans. They got the trucks. They got all this.
About 10:30 Monday morning, heavily armored Border Patrol officers with a fleet of vehicles and some on horseback descended on MacArthur Park. This is the heart of the immigrant community, just 2 miles from downtown LA. Sky Fox was overhead as the operation kicked in. Our Fox 11 photographer, Sam Dubin, on the ground, recording the dramatic scene. Immigration agents in military green carrying rifles. Neighbors and community activists rushed to the park, challenging those in the action. Children were scurried from the urban park.
The military pointed their guns at us and they were screaming at us, cursing to get the out of there.
Among those arriving on the scene was LA Mayor Karen Bass, flanked by security and in a crush of people pushing for the operation to end. Our camera caught her on the phone, pleading with officials to stop.
You're getting ready to leave? Okay, please, can you leave ASAP? My comment is they need to leave, and they need to leave right now.
Soon after, the operation ended, reportedly with not one undocumented person taken into custody. A couple of hours later, a news conference was called at LA City Hall with the mayor surrounded by community activists and city council members denouncing the raid. Fox News spoke exclusively with Border Patrol Chief Gregory Bovino, who had tough words for Bass.
The federal government is not leaving LA. I don't work for Karen Bass. The federal government doesn't work for Karen Bass. We're going to be here till that mission's accomplished, as I said, and better get used to us now, because this is going to be normal very soon.
He's calling for you to get used to it. What is your response?
I'm not going to get used to it. I'm not going to get used to it because last I checked, I was elected to be mayor of the city. That did not include a federal takeover. So either you believe in democracy or you don't.
Homeland Security would not confirm or deny whether there were any arrests during today's operation. We can confirm that Fox 11 was above MacArthur Park for an entire hour, and we did not witness any arrests taking place. I'm Laura Diaz reporting for Fox 11 in downtown LA.
In her story, you heard from the chief agent of the Border Patrol, Gregory Bovino. In addition to touching on MacArthur Park, he doubled down, saying agents wouldn't be going anywhere anytime soon.
We had 50 teams out today spread across Los Angeles. So with those 50 teams, you were with one of those 50 teams. So our goal here at MacArthur Park, as well as anywhere in Los Angeles, is to go after that Title VIII mission. We're here to arrest them. And the operation is going to be over when we complete the mission. Tens of millions of illegal aliens in our country, many millions here in Los Angeles, and that's what we're here to do. That's what we're after here in Los Angeles. We're not going anywhere soon. We'll leave when the operation's over.
And as you saw in that video, okay, you have the mayor of Los Angeles who was saying that basically she's not going to get used, okay, to the conditioning of troops being on the street, the National Guard. You had Newsom was talking about the fact that he is actually really the commander-in-chief of the California Army National Guard. Yes, so Trump was able to federalize it, under Title X, and have them go across the street. Now, this is going to happen across Great Babylon, America, as they using them along with the federal agencies, the Custom Border Patrol, you have ICE, you have HSI, all of those that's going to be used, okay, to go and round up Jake. You know, in reality, what they're doing is they're conditioning the American people who, you Edomites, you're just sitting out there and you're just watching this because it's not happening to you, and you can read the comments and how you're cheering this on, and you haven't seen the way this man has always used a strategy of oppressing the people that people don't care about. People don't care about the so-called black man. They don't care about the so-called Latino man or the Native American man, and women and children, vice versa. Okay, we're basically just laborers and pets to y'all, or just something of amusement. Okay, byword, you know, a byproduct of slavery. And so you don't care what's happening, but what you don't understanding is that these elites, okay, what they're doing is they're numbing you. They're numbing you to see people beat down, put to death, you know, thrown in these camps, and you're cheering it on, not understanding that this is going to come to you at some point in time. This is Luke 11 and Stanford 17, because you had this happened before. Now you have the Mashiach here letting these people know, like, look here, you know, y'all aren't really conjoined together. Y'all are actually really against each other, but y'all have a common enemy, which is me, you're coming up against. But let me let you know this. This is where 17 says, but he, knowing their thoughts, said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and a house divided against a house falleth. If Satan also be divided against himself, how shall his kingdom stand? Because ye say that I cast out devils through Beelzebub. Okay, which, you know, they were accusing him of being basically, you know, a sorcerer, okay, because he could heal. They didn't understand that he was the son of the Most High Yahweh Shema Shai. So they were accusing him, but he letting them know, y'all are divided. And we see that right now, that there's a division here. Okay, you are going to have, okay, because this is a time to call to arms right now. Let's just call it what it is, time to call to arms, okay? You're going to have the state versus the federal government. You have the state National Guard going to go up against the federal Army or Marines, okay? You're going to have people in the federal forces that are going to say, nah, wait a minute, I didn't sign up to go against Americans. You have the militias, okay? Then you have the tribes who are saying, hey, we've had enough. Clearly, there's not going to be any type of due diligence or any type of due process, okay? They're coming after you no matter what. Small babies, whatever the case is like that. It's going to do something to a man to see, you know, a grown-ass man manhandling his little girl or his little son, okay? At some point in time, you're going to say enough is enough, and you're going to say, fuck it, if my life have to go, you know, to put one of these motherfuckers down, you're going to do it, okay? At some point in time, you're going to not just take that shit. Doesn't matter who the fuck it is, okay, in the federal government or in the White House or whatever the case is like that. And now we, as a righteous man of the Lord, we understand that this is something that the Lord is orchestrating. And we've always tell you, those of you who are listening and forbearing the words that are coming from the true prophets, okay, don't get in the mix of this. We are not to take up arms and fight this battle. The Lord, the Mashiach, he's going to do that for us. But you can see what's going on right now, because the people out here, because they have a vested interest in the continuity of Great Babylon America, okay, this is bothering them. This is not bothering us. We're the reporters or the watchmen. We watch and we report. These lessons are basically reports, and it's report to those that would hear and forbear, okay? While the rest of you are laughing and clowning around and think that this is not going to come to you. I mean, you can look around. Because I look around, I can see it around these spics out here in El Paso, okay? They really believe that they're safe out here until those Gregor troops start marching around here and they see that this one devil, a so-called white man, who they idolize so much into worshiping his sweet Jesus and, you know, kissing the rosary, you know, Virgin Mary or whatever cases like that, and think that somehow they're white because they put it on their application or they tick the box that says white Hispanic. It doesn't matter, okay? It doesn't matter, because this is the Lord's judgment, okay, that's going on. Now, an interesting thing here, okay? Let's go into continuing on here. In 2nd Esdras 15 and 16, it says, for there should be sedition amongst men invading one another. They should not regard their king nor princes in the course of their action shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go in the city and should not be able to. Now, again, I talk about the fact that there's a division. So if there's a division, there's going to be sedition, because they're going to look and go, wait a minute. You know, once it starts to impact the people that really has a vested interest inside here, the businesses, and, you know, let's call it direct. These Edomites, these so-called white people, these crackers, once they are getting impacted by it, now they're using that brown woman or that she looked like a Native American there, that mayor of LA, to be the spokesperson like that. Because again, white people, they don't like to get their hands dirty. They like to sit back on the side and go, you people deal with it, you people solve the problem like that. At some point in time, you crackers gonna have to get your hands dirty. Okay, and this is what 2 Ezra 15, Psalm 16 is talking about. This is y'all gonna have to get your hands dirty. You're gonna have to step out of your damn your comfort lifestyle that you have, okay, and think that you're your head in the clouds and think that it's not coming to you. And you're gonna have to step up, okay, and you're going to go against your government. You're going to go against each other, okay. The Lord has a plan for that, okay, because you're wicked. You're part of the doggone wicked rulers that's on this earth, okay. The Lord hates you, just so you know that. All right, so let's take a look at this, because I'm going to show you another video clip, because the thing that's going on right now, okay, is that as the world is watching this, and as this man is throwing tariffs on these countries, I think he just hit Japan with 40% tariff, okay. So even the most mildest nations are going to just look and just start to get just really sick of this damn place. And the Lord is putting a spirit in the kings of these earth, these nations, to come up against this place, okay. This is Psalms 10 and Star Wars 5. It reads, his ways are always grievous, thy judgments are far above all the sight. As for his enemies, he puffeth at them. Yet said in the side, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. Now, I'm going to bring this out. Now, we're talking about the elites and the powers to be, the real true short callers. But what's one of the most, the thing that really gets to you is these poor, pathetic, fucking doggone Edomites. They take that American dollar, which is the almighty dollar or the almighty currency on the earth right now, and they go into these countries and they live it up big and huge. And what you're seeing here right now, starting in Mexico, they're saying, get the fuck out, gringo. Get the fuck out, you gentrification people. Because we've seen how they've done it over here. They would never 70 years ago come into the ghettos of America, but now they've gone through and they've gentrified. And basically, this is another warfare, a form of warfare against the poor. Okay, these low-level peasant Edomites, okay, going around and being very, very proud in these nations. Okay, and take a look at this video clip.
They're not leaving. We're getting out. They're not leaving. We're getting out. Gringos shouting, "Get out, gringos," and speak Spanish or get out of here. Hundreds of Mexicans marched in the capital against gentrification. We're already paying more rent and the displacement is starting, right? Those who lived in condescended areas, for example, all my neighbors are gringos. I'm the only Mexican where I live, and all those who were here are already leaving for nearby neighborhoods. With a remote job, Aarón lives comfortably in Mexico City, a luxury he says he couldn't afford in Phoenix, Arizona, where he migrated from 3 years ago. The Mexican capital erupted in fury. Thousands of Chilangos took to the streets this Friday with a deafening roar, "Mexico for Mexicans." Fed up with being displaced from their own neighborhoods, protesters took a stand against the wave of gentrification that, led by arrogant Americans, has turned neighborhoods like Roma, Condesa, and Juarez into a theme park for digital nomads with dollars in their pockets. With banners shouting, "Gentrification is a spoof," and "Gringo, respect Obi," quote, "Park Mexico."
And as you saw in that video clip, they're saying, get the fuck out. Get the hell out, man. If you look at America touches every aspect of society on this earth, okay? With their movies, their products and their lifestyle, whether it's sodomy or whatever the hell it is, okay? They touch it. They also have the military bases in a lot of nations, okay? So how do you think this is going to play out? How do you think this is going to play out? Especially the fact that the US dollar at some point in time is going to crash. And so what happened to you, doggone peasants, you peasant crackers that are over there? And you know the other thing about it too is not only just the Edomites that are having that proud spirit when they go in these other countries. It's also Jakes. Jakes taking that American dollar and they go into these countries and they think somehow they're special. Here you are in America being oppressed because of the color of your damn skin, but you get the nerve to go sit up in some other country, and because you have the US dollar in your damn bank account or pocket, which is what 100 times greater than that local currency, somehow you feel that you're superior because you have that doggone spirit of the so-called white man. Okay, but understand this. Let's go into the book of Jeremiah 49 and verse 12. It said, "For thus said the Lord Yahweh Shai, behold, those whose judgment was not to drink of the cup has surely drunken, which is us, 12 tribe of Israel. Thou he that should altogether go unpunished, thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. What's one of the things that, pursuant to Deuteronomy 28, that we have to face as Hebrew Israelites under the curses? Everywhere we go, people look down on you. It doesn't matter if you have money. It doesn't matter how good looking you are, tall you are, well renowned you are. At the end of the day, people still look at you. And you know what goes through their mind? And whatever language they speak, nigger. That's what goes through their doggone mind. Nigger. Okay? They know who we are. We're slaves. We are descendants of doggone slaves, according to the script that Esau writes to the world. But we know, okay, we are the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay, we're lords and gods. Okay, and they're gonna find that out. It says, "For I have sworn by myself, said the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, that Bozrah should become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof should be perpetual wastes." Bozrah is another name for Great Babylon, America. The Edomite Empire goes on the whole lot. Great Babylon, America, Mystery Babylon. Okay, Idumea. Okay, the rebirth of the Roman Empire, you name it. Okay, so the Lord has made a promise that He's going to bring this place to perpetual wastes. It says, "I've heard a rumor of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, an ambassador sent to the heathen, saying, gather ye together and come against her and rise up to the battle." There's going to be an armada of nations that's going to come up against this place. The attitude has changed towards America, man. Okay, and the world is going to be watching this. And you wait till their citizens or their people that look like them start getting impacted. How do you think the people in China is going to look when these Gurkha troops start slamming doggone Chinese over here? And yes, it's coming to a neighborhood near you. Okay, the rest of you tribes are not going to just sit back and just watch us getting beat down like that. Oh, the Esau's gonna be beating your ass down too. Okay, y'all can come to the realizing real quick. This here, the cauldron, which is America. And you know what a cauldron is? Like a pot where you just throw any shit into it. It's like a soup pot. Okay, this cauldron of wickedness here. Okay, the only people that are not going to that are going to come out unscathed is going to be the righteous, the 130 lakh, and even some of us. Okay, Lord willing, I'm part of that. Is going to get put to death. Okay, but we still going to feel some type of tribulation here because it's about to get stupid. It says, "For lo, I will make thee small amongst the heathen and despised amongst men." This is why you see, they say ghetto gringo, man. Ghetto gringo. Okay? See, the white skin or American is synonymous to wealth. Okay? Bully. You know, you think you're better than everybody else. Okay? But the Lord is making you small. He's crashing your economy. He's turning you up against each other. Okay? And the world is watching. Okay? And it's very clear that when we preach the fact that the so-called white man is the wicked, well, look how he's bombing and killing those children over there in the Middle East. Okay? Them damn kikes over there. Okay? In the state of Israel. All right? Fake ass Jews, okay, them kikes, okay, they're killing kids and women, non-combatants, okay, and we've seen them do it in World War II when they bomb and kill all those women and kids in Japan, okay, and they're making movies over how great they are, okay. So here it is right now. You surprised that this doggone wicked devil is kicking your door down and grabbing your kids, but we know Jake is going to rise the hell up, okay. At some point in time, a man is going to be a doggone man. All right, you're not going to take the shit because obviously you have a government. Okay, he's fulfilling scriptures, which is what? He's coming with great wrath. It says, "Thy terribleness hath deceived thee in the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the cleft of the rock, a caveman that holdest the height of the hill," because now he has these modernized, buildings and stuff like that. But they live in a cave up in the hills. Okay, which is why you see they have skyscrapers, and then the rest of the world they copycatting the doggone cracker man. Not understanding why he's building friggin' shit so high. Okay, it's because he's a damn caveman. All right, though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, said the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai. And that's what we waiting on. Okay, so this maid can talk all the shit she wants and blah 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 blah. You have no choice in this bitch. All right, Lord willing, that goes satisfied that close up. I might give no glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Rakakadash, Shalom.